students, in this video we are going to start again the GPCR receptor. Okay, so GPCR receptor, the name because like this G protein or guanidine coupled G protein coupled receptor. Okay, what is G protein coupled receptor here? We will discuss. That means this receptor is coupled with a protein which is directly contact with the guanidine components or guanosines components. Okay, let's discuss these things clearly. We can understand easily by after clarifying all these things. G protein coupled receptor, commonly called as GPCR receptor, otherwise called as serpentine receptor. Why it is called serpentine? Because this has 7 transmembrane segment in the membrane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it is always called as a transmembrane receptor also. Okay. Maximum medicine today we are taking are based upon the mechanism of GPCR receptor. Medicine work mechanism depends upon GPCR maximum nowadays. So this is the N terminal and this is the C terminals of peptide chain. Here is the binding site for signaling molecules. Okay, look at this figure. यहाँ पे मैंने सेल मेम्ब्रेन को लगाकर एक प्रोटीन स्ट्रक्चर किया है which is primary protein, has 3 components alpha, beta, gamma. Okay, and here this protein is known as G protein. This protein is known as G protein and it is in the inactive state. अभी ये active state में नहीं है because GDP is bound to the alpha subunit. So when GDP is bound to the alpha subunit of this protein is in inactive state. This protein is known as G protein. Okay, when any receptor molecule come and bind with this binding site, this is a signaling molecule, and it comes and binds here at the binding site. Automatically inside the cell, GTP will come and remove the GTP from this place and binds there at the alpha subunit. Okay, so after binding of GTP to alpha subunit, this inactive state protein is now converted to active state. When it is converted to active state, this alpha subunit of a G protein now separated from the beta and gamma. For your kind information, beta is attached to the gamma subunit more closely than alpha, so it remains with the gamma. Okay, and now this GTP alpha subunit will activate different enzyme, different protein to carry out the response as per the signaling molecules. Okay, this G alpha component is now activate another membrane bound enzyme present here on the membrane known as adenyl cyclase. This enzyme will be activated by the G alpha subunit. This adenyl cyclase will break down ATP molecule into cyclic AMP, and this cyclic AMP has a lot of activities inside the cells. This cyclic AMP will stimulate protein kinase K. Normally kinase is the protein which carry out the phosphorus or any phosphate related reaction. It causes phosphorylation. It stimulates different proteins and enzyme by adding phosphate to them. Okay, so protein kinase A here is a cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase because it is stimulated by the cyclic AMP. I am repeating the information again. First, signaling molecule bind at the receptor. Just after the binding of signaling molecule at the receptor, automatically inside this membrane site, alpha subunit will be attached by GTP. When alpha subunit is attached to the GTP, this alpha beta gamma complex, that is this G protein, become active, and the active state, this alpha will separate from beta and gamma. This G alpha now stimulate another membrane bound enzyme present in the membrane, on the membrane surface, adenine cyclase. This adenine cyclase will break ATP to cyclic AMP, and cyclic AMP will stimulate protein kinase A. Here the cyclic protein kinase A is called cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase, and this protein kinase A, okay, has two parts. One is regulatory part, another is catalytic part. Okay, so when cyclic AMP, so when protein kinase A साइक्लिक एमपी के साथ बाइंड कर जाता है, वो रेगुलेटरी पार्ट, साइक्लिक रेगुलेटरी पार्ट अलग हो जाता है, कैटालिटिक पार्ट अलग हो जाता है. ओके, सो दिस catalytic part, I am drawing different color to the catalytic part. This is catalytic part, this is regulatory part. Now this catalytic part either causes phosphorylation to some protein, or according to the signaling molecule response, it will enter into the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, certain molecules are there known as CREB molecule. Okay, cyclic AMP response binding proteins. CREB proteins are molecule. This CREB protein is undergo phosphorylation when the catalytic site enter into the nucleus, or any other enter into the nucleus. Now the CREB activated, and this activated CREB, cyclic AMP response element binding protein, will binds at the promoter regions of specific gene and allow them to transcription, or if that gene is need not to be transcribed, is need to be inhibited, then it will carry out inhibition as per the signal or order by the signaling molecules. I am repeating, revising the informations again. This is the signaling molecule. When it binds at the receptor sites present on the cell surface, that is the GP cell receptor, automatically inside the cell GTP will bound to the alpha subunit of the G proteins. Now this alpha subunit will detach from the remaining two. This will enter to an active state. This will stimulate adenyl cyclase, and adenyl cyclase will convert ATP to cyclic AMP. So increased concentration of cyclic AMP inside the cell activate protein kinase A. Protein kinase A has two parts. One is regulatory part, another is catalytic part. Here catalytic part is red and this is regulatory part. So this protein kinase causes phosphorylation of the regulatory part. So the regulatory part detached from the catalytic part. Now this catalytic part will enter into the nucleus and stimulate or activate the CREB, cyclic AMP response element binding protein. After activation of the CREB, either by phosphorylations or by dephosphorylations, this normally CREB undergo phosphorylations. Okay, so this CREB will bound with the specific sequence present in the gene, that is the cyclic AMP response element, and stimulate transcription. Okay, if this is not need to transcription, this is need to be inhibition, then it will do inhibition according to the signal molecule signaling. And how much time this signal molecule effect will occur? Up to the GTP, till the GTP is bound to the alpha subunit, this process will be occurring, but this will not occur for so many time. It will occur for very short duration. After some time or very fractions of seconds, few seconds the GT page enzyme will break GTP, and GTP will again now add at alpha subunit, and this alpha subunit is now go to the remaining normal state or before state, previous state, and here GTP bounding occur and the signaling stop. Okay, thank you very much.